In this video, I'm going to share with you 4 things that you can do to build not only strong shoulders, but stable shoulders in different angles and in different movements. So, a lot of us, usually have aggravated shoulders due to being in a forward position from, the high demands of desk jobs we have and from overworking them, at the gym. So, the 4 movements or the 4 things you can do that I really love for a strong, healthy shoulder is, first one is hanging. So hanging from, a pull-up bar, rings, a branch, really wherever you can find to hang on.
And here, you're going to see me hanging on the rings, and I'm just going to gently put my weight into it, and then pull my shoulders in a little bit. And then from here, you're just going to hang. The time under tension is going to really build the strength in your shoulders and create that stability that your shoulder needs. And the other really great thing about hanging is that it improves your shoulder mobility, as those arms are going to be directly over your shoulders when you're hanging. And then here, just hang out for as long as you can and build time over it and accumulate that over the course of the day.
And then the second thing is crawling. Yes, you heard me, crawling. I know a lot of you probably just cringed, but crawling is one of the most rehabilitative things you can do for your shoulders, because you have to support your body and support it as you move. So it turns on and restabilizes as you move.
With crawling, if you're new to it, start on your knees and then move with one side closed, one side open, and just gently put pressure on your shoulders, pull the shoulder blades to your butt. As you get more comfortable with it, you can lift your knees up and that'll put more weight into your shoulders. Again, just go nice and slow here and make sure you're really pushing yourself away from the ground. Really think about posting those arms. And then once you get comfortable with that, you can always do the inverted version, which puts your shoulder in an extension. And again, post the shoulder in the ground and really keep those arms straight and arms tight. And your shoulder will get stronger and healthier over time.
And then the next one, this is one of my favorites, is the Turkish get up. The great thing about the Turkish get up is you to do it correctly, you really have to pull that shoulder in place, and you do it from the floor to standing, so it gets to be exposed in different angles.
And with the Turkish get up, you're going to start on its side and really press that up with 2 hands, and then set that so the arm is straight and you're pulling that shoulder in. Really think about pushing that kettlebell away from you and pulling the shoulder in and your side at the same time. And squeezing the handle. Squeezing the handle is going to create a lot of tension to build a strong, stable shoulder. And as you do this, just go through the movement nice and slow so that you're building that time under tension and stability in different positions of the Turkish get up, which will allow your shoulder to get stronger in different positions. And just take your time and lower yourself down with control.
And then lastly is farmer's carries. Because the shoulders are by the side, they naturally get pulled back and they get stabilized, and it pulls in a different direction it does hanging. So really, the hanging and farmer's carries are kind of complementary because they're both supporting your rotator cuff through being pulled, and then crawling and Turkish get-ups really supports your shoulders through being pushed with force.
The farmer's carries here, you're going to pick the kettlebells up with a nice flat back, stand nice and tall. You really want to pull those shoulders back and get that head back. So really think about staying as tall as you can. And then once you get in that position, just strong grip, but let the shoulders get pulled down just a little bit. And here, the great thing about here is by being in this position, it naturally pulls your shoulders back and gets into that stable position where the rotator cuff has to turn on. And again, this is a very self-limiting exercise. As long as you use appropriate loads, you're not very likely to hurt yourself.
You have 4 ways to strengthen the shoulder that can take a beating in different positions, overhead and off to the side, and at different angles. All right, so start implementing each of these into your training, into your warm-ups to build a strong, resilient shoulder.